The first crack in my chest came with a laugh. Not hers. A hollow, stunned laugh that echoed against the kitchen tiles when she slid the folded paper across the table like it was a grocery list. "I've decided," she said, her tone rehearsed, almost professional. "We should set a limit. A weekly love maximum." At first I thought she was joking, some quirky playfulness I wasn't in on. But her face was steady, her eyes unblinking. "What does that even mean?" I asked, my fingers tightening around my coffee mug, though it felt like I was holding a grenade. She tilted her head. "It means intimacy will have boundaries. 3 times a week. No more." The word boundaries felt like a blade. A cold system, clinical, designed to ration affection the way a banker rations credit. I wanted to scream, but instead I asked the question I already feared the answer to. "Why?" Her silence told me everything. Silence, and the way she tapped her nails on the table, counting seconds like a clock running out of batteries. The days that followed felt wrong. Each touch, each kiss became mechanical, as if she were checking boxes on a spreadsheet. She smiled when she had to, but her eyes had lost warmth. I noticed her phone turning face down more often. The late-night work chats. The sudden habit of locking the bathroom door. I told myself not to spiral. That marriages go through seasons. That maybe she was stressed, and rationing was her way of controlling chaos. But my gut knew better. The first real crack in her system came on a Wednesday night. She fell asleep with her phone in her hand, screen glowing faintly in the dark. I should have looked away. I didn't. A message preview read, "Can't wait for our Friday upgrade, winky face." The word upgrade hit me harder than the note she left on the kitchen table. My throat closed. My chest screamed. I scrolled, my hands trembling. Conversations with someone named E. Flirtatious banter. Plans. Code words that weren't really code at all. Her weekly maximum wasn't about boundaries. It was about saving herself for someone else. I didn't confront her right away. That's the cruelest part of betrayal. You start to doubt your own sanity before doubting them. I studied her instead like a detective in my own home. The perfume she didn't wear for me. The lingerie that never surfaced in our maximum. The brightness in her smile when her phone buzzed. One night, when she thought I was asleep, I heard her whisper into the dark, "You make me feel alive again." Those words weren't meant for me. Rage burned in my veins, but guilt fought alongside it. Had I failed her somehow? Did I not make her feel alive anymore? Love twists the knife by forcing you to carry blame that doesn't belong to you. But the anger grew heavier than the guilt. And with anger came clarity. She was upgrading, then so would I. On Friday, the night her messages promised she'd crash at a friend's place, I followed her. My car crawled 2 blocks behind hers, headlights dimmed. She drove with a kind of reckless ease, humming along to the radio, her window cracked. She didn't know her system was already crashing. She pulled into a hotel parking lot. Bleak. Expensive. The kind of place she'd never choose for us because it was too much. I watched her step out of the car, her heels clicking like hammers against my chest. She wore the dress I bought for our anniversary. She'd saved it for him. My hands trembled on the steering wheel, a storm of emotions flooding me. Rage, sorrow, disbelief, a strange calm. I could have gone inside, confronted them both, made a scene so loud it echoed for years. But instead I drove away. Not because I forgave her, not because I was weak, but because I realized the real revenge wasn't confrontation. It was upgrade. The next week I didn't beg. I didn't plead. I stopped asking questions she wasn't willing to answer. I invested in myself instead. Gym sessions, projects I had shelved, nights spent rediscovering friends who'd missed me. And then, I met someone. Unexpected. Pure. A woman who didn't ration affection like currency but gave it freely, like sunlight spilling into a room. I didn't cheat. I waited until I'd signed the papers, until my wife, no, my ex-wife, realized her system wasn't sustainable. Because her upgrade was just another man who promised her the world but only rented her attention. She came to me months later, mascara smudged, voice trembling. I didn't think you'd move on so fast. I almost pitied her. Almost. I looked her in the eyes and said, "You built a system designed to crash. I just upgraded before you did." And in that moment the weight lifted. Betrayal still scarred me, but I wasn't broken. I was rebuilt. Stronger. Clearer. Graded. To my readers. If this story struck a chord with you, if you've ever felt the sting of betrayal or the fire of rebuilding, I'd love your support. I'm on the journey to reach 1,000 subscribers, and every single one matters. Join me and let's keep telling stories that cut deep, heal wounds, and remind us we're not alone.